Manu National Park in Peru is famous for its diverse ecosystems and majestic landscapes. The dense forests, vast grasslands, and wild animals here always attract visitors from all over the world. In a remote area of the green savanna, a mysterious herd of cheetahs has made this place their home. Cheetahs are not common in Peru, but in this corner of Manu National Park, they have adapted in an unusual way. In the herd, there is a young cheetah full of energy, always thirsty for adventure and risk. It is the cheetah that is ready for a quiet morning hunt. It targets a nimble hare, leisurely grazing near an old barbed wire fence. When the cheetah realizes that the hare has spotted it and is about to run away, it immediately launches into the chase. Its 4 powerful legs hit the ground at an incredible speed, while the rabbit also darted like an arrow. The wind blew, blowing the yellow grass, and the two of them ran across the vast grassland. The rabbit dodged skillfully, avoiding each low bush. The leopard chased more and more vigorously, forgetting the obstacles around it. Unexpectedly, it crashed into a barbed wire fence hidden among the tall grass. This fence was old but still strong enough to hold the leopard back. The sharp barbed wires wrapped tightly around its legs and body, causing bleeding wounds. The leopard roared in pain, trying to struggle to escape. Every effort to struggle only caused the steel wires to dig deeper into its flesh. Its screams echoed throughout the quiet grassland, even the leopards in the distance could hear it. As soon as they heard the strange sound, some of the herd ran towards the sound. They found the trapped leopard, but did not dare to get too close. They were afraid of the dangerous barbed wires and worried about what to do. The group of leopards stood around, their eyes filled with anxiety as they looked at their fellow leopard who was groaning. Although they wanted to rescue him, they had no way to remove the sharp wires. The trapped leopard was getting more and more exhausted, its body covered in wounds. Luckily, at that moment, a group of tourists happened to pass by this area. The tour guide, named Rodrigo, was a veteran of the conservation area in Manu National Park. He had been attached to this place since he was a child and understood the habits of the leopards. Seeing the leopard in trouble, Rodrigo immediately suggested stopping the car to check. The tourists were extremely frightened when they saw the leopard surrounding them. They were worried that if Rodrigo got out, he might be in danger. But Rodrigo reassured everyone with a confident smile. He said he grew up with the leopards and they considered him a part of nature here. Without hesitation, he took a pair of rescue pliers and slowly approached the trapped leopard. The surrounding leopards squinted at him, but did not show any aggression. Rodrigo spoke softly to them, as if he were talking to old friends. The injured leopard groaned, turning its head to look at Rodrigo with pleading eyes. He knelt close to the ground, trying not to cause further damage to the leopard. Each wire was cut off with the pliers, each time the leopard twitched in pain. Rodrigo was meticulous and careful, avoiding making the wound deeper. Time seemed to stand still as he removed each piece of steel from the leopard's body. Beads of sweat rolled down his forehead, while the leopards watched silently. In the car, tourists watched anxiously, their hearts beating fast with worry. Some did not dare to look, afraid that the leopard would be too painful. Rodrigo tried to steady the leopard, occasionally stroking its fur to calm it down. About 15 minutes passed, and he finally managed to untie the last barbed wire. The leopard slowly moved, trembling as it stood up. There were many scratches and blood on its skin, but it did not seem to be mortally wounded. The leopards quickly approached, sniffed their fellow leopards, and then surrounded them as if to protect them. Rodrigo stepped back, giving the leopard space to recover. The tourists were amazed and relieved to see that he was still safe. The wounded leopard looked at Rodrigo with grateful eyes. Unable to speak, it only growled softly, as a signal to its herd. The leopards together escorted the wounded leopard away from the fence and back to the field. Rodrigo returned to the car, still holding the pliers, his clothes stained with blood. He smiled at the tourists, saying, "Let's continue our journey." Everyone was impressed by his courage and kindness. They kept asking Rodrigo about his life with the leopards. Rodrigo explained that he had followed his conservationist parents to Manu since he was 5 years old. Thanks to that, he was familiar with the habits of many species, especially the cheetah. In the past, he had rescued an orphaned cheetah cub, and since then he had become friends with the whole herd. Tourists were moved by the story. The tour continued, and they admired the wild beauty of Manu National Park. While the special vehicle drove through the red dirt roads, Rodrigo meticulously explained about the flora and fauna. Every time someone mentioned the cheetahs, Rodrigo smiled proudly. He said they were a symbol of harmony between humans and nature. The next day, Rodrigo drove on patrol again. Surprisingly, the cheetahs appeared and followed his car. They ran beside him, occasionally looking at him as if to say hello. The rescued leopard still had some injuries, but it was able to run smoothly. The leopards seemed to want to show their gratitude by escorting him through the grasslands. Rodrigo stopped the car and got out, to the surprise of the other conservationists. He approached the leopards, who were still friendly and showed no fear. From that moment on, a special bond between Rodrigo and the leopards grew stronger. In the following days, every time Rodrigo appeared, the leopards often followed. Sometimes they hid behind the bushes, sometimes they ran ahead, as if to clear the way. Visitors in the park became increasingly curious and interested in this strange sight. They called Rodrigo the friend of the cheetah. For Rodrigo, it was not just a title, but also an affirmation of his love for nature. The management of Manu National Park was also very proud of him, because he had become a symbol of conservation work. The image of him rescuing a leopard stuck in a barbed wire fence was shared by many people. His story spread and inspired many visitors. Nature will always protect us if we protect nature, Rodrigo often told people. The scars on the injured leopard's skin gradually healed. Every time he met Rodrigo, he still came closer than the others, as if he wanted to rub his head to show his friendliness. Rodrigo often stroked its head, checking to see if the wound was okay. Each time, visitors had the opportunity to witness a magical moment of friendship between different species. One day, the leopard completely recovered and returned to hunting as before. However, it did not forget Rodrigo's life-saving grace. No matter where Rodrigo went in the field, the leopards always followed him like loyal friends. And so, the story of Rodrigo and the leopard trapped in Manu National Park became a legend about the deep connection between humans and nature. Dear friend, thank you for taking the time to follow the story. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support us.